back of my neck. It's been way too long. Like a ricochet, I hit the stage. Let's get it on. I'm back in the game, breaking hearts again. You better watch out, 'cause I'm back in the game. I'm back in the game, kicking ass again. No stopping me now. It's like I've never been away. So you better watch out, 'cause I'm back in the game. Oh yeah. I'm built to last, don't ever crash. I'm invincible tonight. Feeling energy running over me like a ball from the sky. Go another round in another town. Let's strike and then I'm gone. I'm a high octane hurricane. Let's get it on. Back in the game, breaking hearts again. You better watch out, 'cause I'm back in the game. I'm back in the game, kicking ass again. No stopping me now. It's like I've never been away. So you better watch out, 'cause I'm back in the game.
What's up, folks? That's your Plastic Galaxy Toy Store. Good morning on a Thursday. This is October the 1st. Halloween's right around the corner. You know what that means. Get your costumes ready. Get your candy ready. Then after that, you can get your Thanksgiving stuff ready. Then after that, you can get your Christmas stuff ready. You want to think way ahead, think about your Easter stuff. You know, your Easter plans. What's up, folks? Lewis Brown there, Tim Ernest. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Got a big sale tonight, man. Lots of fun, and we have a multi-part sale coming in the future over the next probably several months. We've got so much vintage stuff, lots of vintage Star Wars, and other lines as well that we've got. We are loaded up for the holidays, and I say that we're not even the holidays yet, but we've got a ton of good stuff for you guys. Sending a lot of stuff to be graded. We got so many nice loose figures, and I think we're gonna send off probably like 100 figures or so to get graded. And then we've still got probably a good 200 plus loose complete figures that we'll be selling. Also some Carta figures. We've got some vehicles. What do you call it? Vehicles, play sets, things like that as well coming your way. So man, just some really cool stuff. Listing it worth Bluetooth. Oh, cool, man. Well, I hear you. It is early. I forget it. I forget. You know, I get so caught up that I don't really go to work. But I mean, I guess it's effectively the same thing. Just a different way. So my apologies. I don't realize it's the same. I'm used to getting up and just doing whatever. You know. Let me turn this off here. Okay. So loose figures. We have got vehicles, play sets. We've got creatures, everything. So we'll talk about the actual items, you know, later on or something. I'll give you a little slight preview of a few things. I mean, just so you can see. Lots of graded figures back here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm not going to pull them all down because I'm afraid I'll just one will tip over and all that stuff. So we've got some graded figures here. We got Yak Face, Pop-Up R2, you know, Man, Han Carbonite, EV99. All these are high grade figures, so you know what I'm saying. All kinds of stuff back here, already graded stuff, which is super cool because at that point it's just I can't do much with them, so I just sell them as is. So there you have it. For that, we've got some down here, which you can't see, which is tons of stuff in here. I don't have space to display it all. Lots of figures. The play sets and things like that, you know, Rank Wars back there and a few others. Now, obviously, all this will not be tonight, but my point is, samplings for each thing. And then we also have which you can't see over here, probably about 200 plus loose figures. Almost probably 95% of them are complete. A few of them aren't. Lots of variations, variants. That's what you call it. Well, I appreciate that, Lewis. It's a labor of love sometimes for sure, but hey, it's fun. And also lots of card backs, which will be interesting. So On a lot of our figures tonight, you're going to see some combinations of loose figure and card back, loose complete figures and card back. I've probably got over 200 card backs, and I've got an entire run of figures from, from the first 12 to last 17, and then doubles of a lot of those, and then sometimes triples and variations and things like that. Also some carded figures, which I probably got, 10 carded figures, something of that nature that we've had here and there. Like I said, vehicles. And on and on and on. And just some really quality stuff is what I really like about it. Is like we're really selective about, I've said this many times, what we take in. Sometimes it's feast or famine, but we really try to get you guys the nicest stuff because I really enjoy seeing that stuff. And it, quite frankly, you can go find beaters anywhere. And that's nothing wrong with beaters. But my point is that we really try to get some really nice stuff for you guys. So, and it's fun too, right? Because finding it's a challenge for me. Everybody thinks it's hard to find stuff. It is, and it's even more hard to find nice stuff, right? It's like stuff, nice stuff, and really nice stuff's up here, which we got some really nice stuff as well. Bundle boom, yeah. A lot of these things. When I say bundle, you'll have like a card back and a figure will be a bundle because man, these figures are so nice. Most of these that we're doing tonight, there's no need to bundle. They'll just sell themselves. I mean, they're just nice. And really, my big dilemma was. I had about over 300 loose figures complete, and I can't grade them all. I mean, I could, but you're talking about close to 10 grand in grading costs. Which is, it's a lot of money. Don't be wrong. It's just at some point it's the amount of time it takes to get it back, right? I'm not in limbo for cost of items and then grading for 6 months or something. That's just like, okay. So you got to make your sacrifices there and pick the best out of there and all that good stuff. Not to say that most of these figures are completely like high grade figures. I just can't get them all right. So I could, just don't. It just takes forever. And it's nothing, not knock on the grading company. It just takes a long time. And speaking of grading, we have stuff coming back from grading next week. No, wait. Top of next week. So next week's sales, we'll have some graded stuff come back from CES. Quite a bit of stuff. I want to say probably 30 or 40 items, that will, and some modern items too. A lot of Mando stuff that we graded. Some real high grade Mando stuff. Some vintage stuff as well. Specific. One really, really cool piece. I'm sending more stuff to be graded. What's up, Damian Wayne? What's up, man? We also have some new stuff for you tonight. We'll throw out there some non-Star Wars stuff that's hot off the press that you guys will absolutely love because I've been getting knocked over some of this stuff. Like people knocking down the door to get it. They're like, hey, yeah, this. I finally was able to get some. It's one of those things. So, what else? So probably heavy Star Wars tonight. We always sprinkle on something different, just because. Why not? Just to show you that we do other things besides just Star Wars, which is nothing wrong with that, right? If you're just joining us, good morning. I know it's early for some of you guys, especially on the West Coast, being like 7 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock here in the heartland, if you will, in Okieville, Oklahoma City. Right, when I say Oklahoma City, if you put a dot in the middle of Oklahoma City, not the city, but just the geographical location, I'm there. I'm like we're like right in the middle. It's kind of funny. Get that coffee going. Oof. But anyway, thanks all, and I'll mention this later in our video, our sale video this evening at 7. I want to say thank you to all the people that sent me messages yesterday and on my personal page for my birthday. I appreciate that. Yesterday was my birthday, and it's what it is. So one of those things that didn't take a whole lot of time to say happy birthday, but hey, it means something. So I appreciate that. And thank you very much. It was fun. We had a good time. I went to play went to Top Golf, played some miniature golf too, had some cake. Oh, thank you, Tim. Appreciate that. I never look for happy birthdays because it's just a personal thing, but I appreciate the gesture. Had a good time, for just a little. Was able to go do some kind of cool stuff, fun stuff, stuff I haven't done in a while. Play a little golf, if you will, golf-esque. I need to play some real golf. I just haven't got up there and done it yet in a long time. And the weather's perfect for it too around here now. Getting the golf weather. That 75 degree weather. But yeah, man, so Some loose figures, most of these loose figures will be up for sale tonight. These loose graded figures likely, majority of them probably, and I've showcased a few of them. But I mean, some nice clean figures, all higher grade figures. Leia and Luke and some last 17 as well. Death Star droid. It's just speaking of Death Star droids, getting a high grade Death Star. What's up, Scotty? Getting some high grade Death Star droids is tough, man. I'll tell you what. Go try to find a nice Death Star droid. They always have paint issues, right? I mean, that's a real high grade one too, for what it is. And you'll see, I'll talk about that later during the sale. No worries, man. I appreciate that. But thank you for the comment there. So yeah, and also a couple with that, like I said, Carter figures, we've got a little bit of everything. So a nice assortment for everybody out there. And like I said, just has some really good customers that sell us stuff. That's just the bottom line. And usually we get called upon first. Actually, when they have many options, they call us first, and especially the local guys, and we usually end up doing business with them. I think it's just a good testament to them being fair and us doing our best job, right? So there you have it. But yeah, enjoy doing that stuff. It's almost like, from my position, it's like I don't feel like every week I'm looking for stuff, obviously, and you can't find everything every week you need or want in your wish list. But I'm always I get the itch to buy stuff. I mean, for me, for what I do, it's just fun, right? It's fun it's not fun paying it, but it's fun, in the act of doing and then finding some really nice stuff, because most people don't get it. It's just really tough to find clean stuff, and they just like, there's a difference between a beater and a nice figure. So anyways, going on about nothing, but what are you guys up to? You guys all recovered from the debates? Did you get all your debate internet fodder out of the way? Are we done with that? Can we move on with our lives after the internet? Everybody voiced their opinion, right? Let's see here. Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, sometimes you can't see, we have YouTube commenters and we have YouTuber comments, if you will, and Facebook comments as well. So some of you guys are not seeing comments on either end of that. The way you can combat that is open two windows, if you'd like. If not, if you don't care, then you're probably like, what's he talking about? I can't see that. Well, that's why. Man, it's a real good one from what I've heard. Talking to Scotty here, asking about the Kane County Chicago Toy Show, which I guess is on. What I've heard rumors of. No, I've never been. I would like to go because I heard it's a good toy show. There's a lot of those places that I would enjoy going to. It's just a time constraint thing. I really got to make time for that, and I would enjoy going, making a road trip. It'd be fun. When is it, by the way? When is that King County Toy Show? Let me take a look. That way you don't have to get up. Let's see. That is October. This month? Oh wow, that's quicker than I thought it was. Let's see. Okay, the 25th, right? Is that right? 25th? I'm just looking up some info on this King County show. It's not that far of a drive, actually. I mean, well, I should say it's relative, man. I mean, I used to, it's funny, I used to, like when I was a kid, like, man, this is taking 2 hours, it was this mindset of taking forever to get there, and it still does, but as I got older, I just don't care, because I put so many miles on vehicles that I look at it and like, how many songs is it going to take you to the next city, and every song's roughly about 4.5 minutes long on average, so you do your math, and you just like, oh, listen to a playlist, and I'll be there in 2 playlists, and then and then you set your benchmarks and go. So driving never really bothered me. I just got back from Colorado, and we drove about 1,000 miles on that endeavor. After you look at just the route we took, so it doesn't really bother me that much the driving anymore. But to answer the initial question was about the show. I would love to go to those things. I used to years ago set up at those things and they're fun, but that, what I see, and everybody's different obviously, is at the toy shows, yes, you do have, retailers that go there, but a lot of people that go there are like, part-time retailers or it's a side hustle gig. And that's like the perfect outlet for them because they can go there and accumulate all their stuff for the year that they've been buying up to sell, which is great. I just never, I didn't see the advantage for me outside of exposure, which is a great thing, because it's just a lot of work. And I've done it a couple of times, man, it's just a butt whipping, especially if you only have a couple people. If you have a whole crew, then that's different, but then, that's a different deal. But it's a lot of work. And then at those shows, you gotta, you're really hustling with people and all that, and it's just like, I'm just kind of done that, been there, done that, and kind of over that. It's fun, but so yeah, I would love to go. I like enjoying the shows, the sales and whatever more than selling stuff and what have you at those places. But it's fun. I want to go. I want to go to some more. I go to the local ones around here. I'll hit up, if they're within reason, and I'll find some good stuff there. A lot, and unfortunately, like in Oklahoma, and this is the difference between like Chicago and Oklahoma, is like if they have a toy show here in Oklahoma City or whatever, I don't know what do they call it. The Oklahoma City demographics not very big. There's probably 1 million people here in the metro area, but the toy thing is kind of there's diehards there, but not a whole lot. So you find in places like this that retailers have a trouble a lot of times selling stuff in these events because nobody really around here will pay up. Will pay even a fair price for stuff. So it's I usually do, man. People call me from their booths. They're like, man, I can't find anybody to buy this stuff. Do you want to buy it? I'm like, man, let me take a look at it. And they're like, because I've got a good outlet to sell stuff. So it makes sense. But it's just tough around here at a retailer to sell some higher, more expensive stuff because of just the market locally is just not conducive for that. There's a few guys I know most of the higher end like Star Wars and vintage guys around here. I would say in the main lines, not outside of some of the obscure stuff, we're all kind of buddies and what have you. It's kind of funny. They're like, hey, did you see that for sale? It's just kind of one of those things. It's So I kind of have my own little niche carved out around here, which is fun. But it's still a lot of fun to go to those shows. Not Celebration so much. I like Celebration. It's fun. I went to the Celebration in Chicago 2 years ago, and that was fun. But too many people. Too many people, and I mean, it's just those booths are so expensive. You're talking $5,000, to set up a booth or something like that. I'm throwing out some numbers here that may, depending on the size and all that, but you're gonna expect to spend that much just on your booth, not your travel, not your hotel, not your la. So unless you picked up some stuff for nothing, it's gonna be really hard to turn out anything really good profit-wise at those places. It's tough, especially when you're competing with the next guy. That's just the big thing. Is like your guy next door is gonna be like, oh, $5 off here, 10, 50. All of a sudden, it's like, holy shit, am I making any money on this deal? but anyway, I still enjoy it, and it's a lost art. A lot of those things are going down the tubes because of they can't sustain it. It costs money, and especially the big ones. Comic-Con celebrations are great, but the corporations have taken over. And as soon as corporations take over, just like Austin City Limits, all these places that are really cool grassrootsy things, once corporations take over, it's really expensive, and I get it, it just is, but it's almost kind of lost its allure to me when the big, Verizons of the world, nothing on Verizon, but taking over, it's just ups the ante, right? So, anyhow, that's my toy store philosophy. Toy sale philosophy, should I say. Conventions. But I will say I'm glad that they're doing some because of the whole COVID stuff. What's up, Michael? Good to see you, sir. I'm glad they're doing some, especially with all the COVID stuff going around and all that. You know, at least people are trying to get back in the groove, right? So yeah, once again, and I'm gonna follow up with a video probably around lunch or thereabout after, and I'll go over some more details. I think I just want to catch some of you guys before you go to work or during work, I guess, and maybe work at home. I don't know. Live Southern Night, 7 p.m. Lots of Star Wars stuff, heavy Star Wars, maybe some other, but all vintage. Almost everything that'll be vintage, minus maybe a couple things. So we'll have something for everybody. Should be a lot of fun. Sure to turn notifications on Facebook and YouTube. The bell icon on YouTube is the best way, in my opinion, to let us know when we go live, to let you know when we go live. And also YouTube is much faster. And not like I'm a huge YouTube supporter, even though I like YouTube. I would suggest that if you want to have a fighting chance to get items tonight, that you would use the YouTube link. And I'll put that right here, actually, I think. Let me make sure if this is it. Let me throw that YouTube link up there for anybody that needs this. 1 second. Give me 1 second. And you should subscribe to us on YouTube as well, not just for their sales. I have some things planned in the future to do some content review here and there, and just talk about some vintage stuff that maybe some people don't know, or maybe you do know. But hey, it's always fun to see somebody else's perspective. You can only talk about, Star Wars so much, right? Or what have you. But give me 1 second. Let me stand by. Put this link for you guys. And I am gonna have to figure out what is going on with this. Tell you one thing that's not getting any cheaper is hardware. I'm always upgrading hardware with computers and everything. It's just crazy. Let me see real fast. About. There we go. So I want to put the link up to our Facebook or to our YouTube. Take some notes. Yeah, it's funny. Why can't I get this to type out? 1 second. Okay, well I guess I can't do that. Okay, no big deal. I'll put it in the title head or something. Anyways, for you guys, we will see you tonight at 7 p.m. Central. If not, you guys have a great day, and we'll do another video forthcoming to show you guys some more items that we have out. I'll bring some more stuff out so you guys can kind of get a preview of what we've got. Should be a lot of fun. Hope to see you then. Until then, you guys make it a great day, and we'll see you then. Adios.